Hello, I'm going to be answering some questions here for you today about how to know your rights and what to do if you are stopped on the street and questioned by either the police or an ICE officer.
So what is the first thing I need to do if I am stopped by the police or an ICE official?
So the first thing you need to do is try to identify as best you can who is stopping you. Each state has different laws based on how you're required to identify yourself. In North Carolina, for example, where our office is located, if you are stopped by a local police officer, you are legally required to identify your name and date of birth. That is for the officer to be able to search in their database to see if there's any outstanding warrants or any issues of you in their system. That does not mean you need to present any sort of ID. In fact, it's better that you don't give them an ID if you are undocumented or your visa has expired, for an example, because then that may tip them off to your immigration status. So if you're being stopped by the police, you need to be able, again, this is specific to North Carolina, but you need to be able to identify your name and date of birth. If you're stopped by an ICE officer, you do not need to say anything. There is no law on the books that say you need to give them your name, any information, least of all what country you are from or were born in.
Okay. Does this mean that I have the right to not allow them to search my vehicle or to search my person if they request it?
Right, so you should never consent to a search. A police officer or ICE officer may have probable cause if they believe that you're in the middle of committing a crime, they've caught you doing something that you shouldn't have been doing. But aside from that, you should never give your consent for them to search you, because let's say you just have your passport in your pocket, you're from Mexico and you have your Mexican passport there. That tips them off, hey, you're not a U.S. citizen, because why would a U.S. citizen be carrying a Mexican passport? So if you consent to a search, you're giving them permission to find anything about you. That being said, they are allowed legally under our Constitution to do what's called a pat down. So a pat down will be briefly patting down your body as it's explained to simply ensure that you don't have any weapons on you or anything that can put that officer in